Hello, listeners. Welcome to yet another special series episode of Masters Decoded. I am Anis Merchant, the Chief Decoder. You're listening to the sixth part of the special series Digital Transformation Myths. Continuing on journey to decode the digital transformation myths today, I would be covering the last four myths. First, digitization is another name for digital transformation. Number two, profitable companies would only be successful in driving digital transformation. Number three, the program has a significant component of financial risk. And number four, faster delivery would lead to quality issues. Without much further ado, let me get on with it. First, digitization is another name of digital transformation. Digitalization, and digital transformation are three terms we use for many years, but often in the wrong sense. Recently, I heard someone saying he wanted to digitize his business. It sounded weird. The digitization of an entire company? How do you do that? Turn everyone and everything in bits and bytes? Automate everything and replace human with robots? Connect everything that is unconnected so far with the Internet of Things? Digitization is the process of converting information from a physical format to a digital one. It means translating something non digital into a digital representation to be used by computer systems and automate processes or workflows. Digitization enables to create business value, which needs data. It helps to lay the foundation for business use case that leverage the data. Digital transformation is the transformation of business activities, processes, products, and models to leverage digital technologies. The main goal is to improve efficiency, manage risk, or discover new monetization opportunities. Digital transformation is doing things in a digital way. Digital transformation is a broader term than digitization. Digital transformation includes all aspects of business like customer understanding and touchpoints, growth strategy, mobile enterprise applications, process digitization, worker enablement, performance, new business models, and more. It leads to an entirely new market as well as new customer and business realities. Second, profitable companies would only be successful in driving digital transformation. In 2018, a survey was conducted amongst the digital decision makers. Of that, 95% believed digital transformation could seem an insurmountable task, and a lack of resources is often quoted as one of the factors affecting a company's ability to transform digitally. Interestingly, however, those that feel resource constrained are usually quite agile, as they are perhaps not constrained by internal processes or large legacy technology estates. Such business can implement new technologies or replace old ones more comfortable than they think, making use of a wide variety of accessible learning materials, examples, and information today. Failing companies are much more motivated to transform themselves, simply because they need to change something, if not everything, quickly. Successful companies, especially if they are public companies, are understandably cautious about change. Think about it. How many successful companies without market duress have genuinely transformed their business models? Change is expensive, time consuming, inexact, and painful. It also makes the leaders who suggest it easy targets for in house politics, especially when the change initiatives move slowly or stumble. And despite that, what the best selling business authors, pundits, and huge fee collecting lunchtime speakers will tell you, the truth is, most human beings are resistant to digital change when it happens in the organization where they have grown more comfortable. That means digital transformation are often constrained. Yes, resistance to change can disappear quickly when a company begins to fail. But until the day arrives, it's difficult to everyone to fix what's perceived as unbroken. Whether it's the least resistance to digital transformation efforts, at companies hemorrhaging customers and cash, and at startups with investor cash to burn, that's because digital transformation work well when you have money to spend and high capacity and rationale for taking risks. By contrast, established companies are established for a reason. They have reached consistent levels of profitable revenue generation, driven by well understood processes that make up for ongoing business model. They are therefore typically unwilling to append those processes as long as they continue winning in the marketplace. Number 3, the program has significant component of financial risk. Okay, fine, you exclaim. You've convinced me a digital transformation is about positioning my company strategically to compete in the digital age and dealing with new market realities. But a process this expensive and important will take time and it is very risky. Maybe I'll hang back and watch how many other companies respond before I try convincing my board to take the plunge. You may want to reconsider. The landscape is littered with the carcasses of businesses that waited too long to implement changes needed to thrive in a digital world. Because the pace of technology keeps advancing ever so rapidly, delaying taking the plunge can put your firm in a position where it only gets further and further behind the competition. Learning from failure and finding what works for your firm takes time and needs to be built into your company as you evolve with the consumer. Besides, any learning gained by watching your opponent's success and failures may not even be relevant to market changes. Transformation don't always have to involve inherent risk for a massive technology investment. Consider undertaking a more measured effort rather than a big bang approach. Pursuing a series of smaller initiatives and a phased process with distinct stages gates that must be passed before subsequent phases are funded encourages iterative value creation and agile decision making. It also requires strong process governance and discipline to execute a business strategy. Fourth, faster delivery would lead to quality issues. Many organizations have found that adopting agile practice leads to higher quality. The collaborative and iterative nature of agile leads to more accurate estimation and planning, and the ability to iteratively test solution leads to earlier detection and correction of quality problems. The primary obstacle to faster delivery often is a buy-in from the rest of the company. Support from sponsors, executives, and functional leaders can help Agile be genuinely useful. To address these challenges, many organizations are reconsidering their centralized and standalone models of quality assurances and are moving towards integrating the change management in supply chain into the business. Digital businesses were the first to do this more efficiently, boost effectiveness, and reduce time to market. By implementing the Agile or DevOps philosophy and enforcing the full cycle automation, quality assurance and Agile organizations can yield just in time process improvement metrics and establish continuous feedback and learning mechanisms that reduce errors and accelerate time to value, elevating digital assurance from an amorphous goal to a data driven reality. Today's episode brings in the closure to Digital Transformation Myths special series. I hope I have been able to help you demystify and break the myths for the 20 areas. I appreciate you taking time across the past few weeks to listen in to this multi-part special series. Thank you for listening in. And we close yet another episode of Masters Decoded. If you've enjoyed the episode, please, you can help us out by sharing it on social media. I would personally appreciate that. It's how we can reach more listeners, and the more listeners we have, the more awesome guests I can get in touch and convince to participate in these conversations that are a joy to have for me, and I hope they are a joy for you to listen as well. You can also help a lot leaving reviews on iTunes or your podcast service of choice. Reviews are surprisingly helpful in supporting the podcast to get to more listeners. If this episode has intrigued you, I would request you to subscribe to the podcast to stay up to date and get notified to the future episodes. With that, I bid you and see you in the next episode.